as, well, it's not us necessarily.
At this recruitment firm, workers are busy filling professional services roles across Australia.
What we're seeing, our client base at the moment is really sort of prioritising strategic hires.
Companies are also taking on more contractors.
So those people who are open to 6-month or 12-month type roles are seeing more opportunities.
The unemployment rate unexpectedly fell to 3.7% in February as 116,500 jobs were added to the economy. That's the highest monthly growth since July 2000. The gains were driven by 78,200 full-time positions and 38,300 part-time roles. People also worked more hours, which pushed down the underemployment rate.
Part of the story of today is the increased number of people who had jobs lined up over summer to start in February.
Just like Abby DeLucic, who, after searching for more than 2 months, started a new full-time job 4 weeks ago.
It was really important to me that it was permanent and full-time. I think job security is something that's so valuable these days, especially in the economic times.
Securing her new role wasn't easy.
I think it was certainly more competitive, especially in the marketing space. It's such an emerging industry.
While the latest jobs data shows a surge in full-time roles, most of the growth over the past year has been in part-time positions.
The Australian economy is still creating an incredible number of jobs overall, but it's not necessarily creating the same quality of jobs that we saw earlier in the pandemic recovery.
The latest figures have put the Reserve Bank in a bind. Earlier this week, it opened the door to rate cuts. Now it's discovered the jobs market is uncomfortably hot.
The Australian labour market remains incredibly strong, and that could potentially lead to interest rates remaining a little higher for longer than is perhaps anticipated.
But the surprise fall in unemployment could prove to be temporary, given how volatile the movements have been. The major lenders haven't changed their views on the timing of rate cuts, with the first expected in the second half of the year. Some businesses aren't waiting until then to reduce costs and lay off staff.
The embattled consultancy firm PwC has announced it's axing nearly 400 jobs.
Mining company BHP is considering shutting down its nickel mining operations in Western Australia.
Telco giant Optus will lay off almost 200 members of staff.
I think there will be more to come. We sort of thought at the end of last year we were seeing the last of the redundancies, but then you get these big surprises that come out of some of the larger firms.
As the higher cost of doing business persists, recruiters like Angela warn more roles will go overseas.
They are looking at offshoring. You know, you can go offshore for a third of the cost, especially in HR, we know that.
Reserve Bank modelling predicts the unemployment rate will reach 4.2% by mid-year. The rollercoaster ride isn't over yet.